lovely colouring friends, my name's Amanda and this is my channel, Amanda Colours. Don't forget that you can find me elsewhere online. Over on Instagram, I'm at amanda.colours. On Facebook, I co-host a group with my lovely friend Megan from Disney Meg's Colouring, and it is called Colour With Us. I also run an Aussie Facebook group where you can buy, swap and sell all colouring related items, and that is Aussie Adult Colouring Buy, Swap, Sell. And I also have a website, amandacolours.com, where you can find lots of fun and free colouring resources. So all the links to all of those are also always down in my description for each video, so if you're looking for the info, that's where it is. So Emerald and I, well, we had a little chat before we came on, and Emerald asked me if I would very kindly please tell you all a very important fact about turtles. So Emerald is a sea turtle. She came from the Great Barrier Reef, and she would like you to know that turtles have flippers, just like she does, and tortoises have feet and legs. So that is the easy way to tell if it is a turtle or a tortoise. So Emerald is a turtle. She has flippers, and the ones with the big stumpy legs are tortoises. So there you go. There you go. I told them. So today I'm here with what I think is a fun video. Excuse me. It was recently requested for me to do an example video of how I do these magic painting books. I guess if you don't have any experience with them, you wouldn't really understand how they work without seeing it. So I'm more than happy to go ahead and do that. So this one is the Usbourne Fairy Gardens Magic Painting book, and I'm painting in here because February is also Faebruary, and Fae as in fairies. So I thought I would do a page out of here, and that would be fun. So this book comes with its own paintbrush, which is great. And I did this page here to show you an example of what a finished page looks like. And I'm actually going to show you 3 different ways that you can do these books. So the first way is with a normal paintbrush and some water. The second way is with a water brush, so a brush that is actually filled with water. Excuse me. And the third way is with a water-based blender marker. So this is the Tombow water-based blender. And yeah, I'll show you the different ways to do it. So we might as well just go straight to the next page. And I love that these books have a fold-out flap that you can then put in between the pages so that you don't accidentally get water through onto the next page. So let's start off with our paintbrush and water. So I just have some water in this little cup. Get the paintbrush wet, and you don't want too much water. Oh, the other thing that you will want is some paper towel, because you will want to wipe off your brush between each section so that you're not transferring colour. So the wonderful and magic thing about these books is that the black isn't just ink. There's actually watercolor paint embedded in the black. Some paint by magic painting books, you can see the color, like they don't make it black, they make the color whatever the color of the watercolor is. But in this one, it's extra magic because you have no idea what the color is going to be until you paint it. So it's probably difficult to see, but there is, oh, maybe you can see here. So you can see the fainter line around the end, the edge, that is ink, but the darker color, the darker black there is where the paint is. So I'm going to start over here. And I might zoom you in actually, so you can see what's going on. Okay. So I'm getting water on my brush. I'm taking a little bit of water off because you don't want it to be too wet. And then you just, it's magic. You just start painting and the color comes up. It's so fun. See, I thought these were going to be purple, but no, they are red. And the fun thing about these books too, by Usbourne, I'm about to drip, is there are sections that have more than one colour. So I don't know if you can see there and there was a little dot of extra of a different colour, and see here? So that gives some shadow, and it also mixes colours to make it not just one flat surface. And as you can see, it's quick and easy, which is so good for people that have fatigue or hand pain, that sort of thing. That's why I've been enjoying them a lot lately, because I've had a lot of trouble with my hands and my arms because of the fibromyalgia. So this is something fun and creative that you can do even if you know, it's quick, and you know, obviously not on really, really bad days, but yeah, you can still do something creative even if you're not up for colouring with pencils or markers. See, I just put too much water on, but that's okay. So that's lots of fun. So that is the first way. The second way, as I mentioned, is with a water brush. Now, there are so many different kinds of these. This is just a cheap one that I got from probably Temu or Shein. It's a fairly fine tip one, and it's a bit stained because I use it quite a lot. But the trick with these ones is not to let too much water through at a time, because otherwise you're going to end up just with a pool of water on your page. So I might, I'm going to keep my paper towel right next to me. I'm going to make sure there is water coming out, okay? And then just, without squeezing it, just laying down the water. And with detailed books like this, a fine brush is going to work best. But yes, it's so fun. I love it. Takes me back to my childhood, but the books that I did in my childhood were not this sophisticated. They didn't have the black printing. And I like that. I like the surprise of finding out what colour it's going to be. And they also didn't have the mix of colours when I was a kid either. So I've just wiped off my brush because I've done all the leaves in this section with that pattern. And typically a different printed pattern will be a different colour. So in this one it's not. But if you just went straight in there without wiping off the previous colour, you might end up with a big muddy mess. So it is a good habit to get into. So that's the water brush. I kind of feel it does give a more intense colour, but it's totally up to you what you like to use. So the third option is a water-based blender. Now there are lots of different brands of these. I only have a Tombow one to use. So this one has a brush nib on one end and a bullet on the other, but I'm going to use a brush end. And let's go in and do this fairy. So it is a much drier way of activating, which doesn't always give you the desired effect. But again, I'm just rubbing off the end of the thing so that I get any colour off. And then I can go in to the next section. He's got blue shorts. Very cute. And then brush off again. Let's see what colour his hair is. Nothing. See, sometimes you can't tell. And from the previous page, I learnt that the skin just stays white. So I'm not going to go in and do the skin. The leaves, the wings are yellow. So that's fun. Okay, let's do this up here. So I'm going to zoom out a bit so you can see the whole page, or at least most of it. And I'm going to speed this up and put it to music, and I'll be back with you when the page is done. Okay, so there is the completed page. Zoom you out just a bit more. So as you can see, particularly with this butterfly, now I've just zoomed you out, you can see the variation of colour within the same areas, which is part of what I really love about this book. But yeah, super, super cute. Little fairies playing with the butterflies among the flowers. So happy February to everybody. I hope that you have some fun colouring some fairies, and I hope that this was helpful in understanding how these magic painting books work and some different ways that you can do them. And yeah, I will have links to everything that I used down in the description. Now these are affiliate links, but you clicking on them really do help me. It helps bring in a little bit of extra income honestly not very much at all, but you know, every little bit helps. So if you're thinking of buying any of these things anyway, it doesn't cost anything to you, but clicking those links really does help me. So I hope that you enjoyed watching this, and that you have an awesome day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.